Hey, g'day guys, what's up? It's Busha Jahoda, and I've got a very special guest today, Peter Dempsey. Welcome to the show, my man.
How's it going? Yeah.
That's great, brother, great. I've been catching up with him for the last I think a couple of hours now. It's been a fantastic time talking to him, what he does and how he do it, what process he uses. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so absolutely, man. So what we're going to talk about right now, I'm talking about Peter. Peter, can you please tell us who you are, what you do, and how you started?
Oh, God. Yeah, so I'm a cognitive mindset specialist.
Yeah. So that's the same thing.
That's it. Yeah, I help people unlock their brain really, and power through different situations and hurdles.
Yeah.
And limiting beliefs. So it's amazing the transformations I see in people.
Yeah.
And this is like entrepreneurs, it's leaders, it's speakers, things like that. People wanting the next level.
Yeah. So like you know how we're talking about before, right? By the way, Aaron said hello to you.
How's it going, Aaron?
What we were talking about before, that how when Peter was 4, he had a stroke. And he had a word block, kind of block in his brain, which is
you can say that.
So he couldn't comprehend for a longer period of time that how to fix that, what process to use, and that's what we were talking about before. And eventually he figured out that through using different techniques, different tools, reading people, listening to people, and the most important things, Peter said it to me, to in tune. Listening to the inner voice, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk about a little bit about inner voice, because that was kind of funny part of it, right?
So yeah, listen to your inner voice. So my belief is the inner voice is the subconscious.
Yeah.
And some people would know that the subconscious is extremely powerful, right? It can process hundreds of billions of bits, and the conscious brain only gets a small fathom of that.
Yeah.
So it is just really interesting to talk to that inner voice, and at that inner voice to talk back.
So me and Peter was talking about before, right? Because I've been from the young age into meditation, and we're trying to correlate that how that system works. What Peter was explaining to me is that there's a conscious brain and there's a subconscious brain. And when we're talking about how can we bridge, right?
Yeah.
So how can we bridge, how can we talk? And he was saying to me like a scientist and the other people, they go too deep, right? And they don't know how to come back to talk to the outer world, right? That's where Peter bring that ability in to talking about that. How can you bridge that gap? How to actually the conscious and subconscious bring it together, right? The communication part of it, which is kind of like itself is a process, right?
Yeah. So there's two things, right? There's two things entrepreneurs and businesses face all the time, right? It's like going deep, but going deep into any field, but it's as well like trying to communicate that with the external world.
Why is it hard?
It's hard because people are so passionate about going deep, right? And they're like, yes, I've got the answer that I was looking for. Now I can't communicate it with anyone, right? And they just go since the brain is so wired into going deep, right? It's going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, right? And the ability to communicate that with everyone around is the key, right? And to extract from those people that go deep, like scientists, physicists, psychology, right, things like that, and explain it in a really, really easy way. That's gold.
So it's like I was talking, because when I catch up with someone, for me it's the fascinating thing is that how they develop that process, right? Because we actually recorded probably 1 hour discussion, right? So it's like a how to unlock. This is where the Peter's event's going to be on Saturday.
Yep.
How to unlock those mental blocks. How to move forward. How to actually find those paths and actually confront those hurdles or problems or the situation we have normally, right? So okay, here's the question I'm going to ask, right? Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why people don't want to confront the problems? What was the reason that people's like, I don't want, like, they want to do it, but unconsciously.
Yeah.
They will say
their unconscious holds them back, right? It says like, no, you're safer here, right?
Yeah.
And it's just about to communicate with your subconscious, going like, hey, like, I can go there because you're behind me, you're behind my back, right? You've got my back.
Yeah.
And like being like the ideal world, right? Well, the conscious brain is a tube which food comes through, right, and the toilet.
Yeah.
Right. It's like if you're sitting on the toilet with a tube coming through, that's it. Right. The conscious brain's in fucking heaven.
Yeah.
Right. Or the subconscious, and the conscious brain needs stimulus, right? And eventually, if you shy away from danger, from fear, right, things like that, the neural pathways and we'll say, cool, he doesn't like that, right? So it's a trained thing.
Yeah.
For me, I've experienced that enough,
Yeah.
right? And so it's like, cool, what else is there, right? Fuck it, right? That kind of thing. It's like, I can't die, right, from this, right?
Yeah.
And
just
so,
confront the problem, right?
Yeah,
bloody attack it, right? So rather than holding back the whole scenario, right? What's that eventually can happen, right? It'd be like it's like a train wreck blew up. It's like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So all you got.
And like with that, right? It's like if something blew up, right? It's like wicked, right? Where's the valuable parts in it, right? And pulling that and extracting that and
moving forward, right?
Moving forward.
Yeah, that's the kind of guys important part of this whole conversation I had with Peter. That okay, you fucked it up, like you made the mistake, right? Rather than saying, oh, I shouldn't have done it, right? No.
Right, you should, right?
Yeah.
Right, I'm the king of fuck ups. Right?
Yeah.
And I reckon you can learn more from fucking things up.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like cool, right? As long as you learn something, right, you can keep pushing on, right? And eventually, right, you can fuck up your way to success.
Yeah.
Right. So you can be successful in following the strategies, or you can be successful in fucking things up, right, and learning from them, and still be successful. So either way, you win.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, Peter, can you talk about a little bit about on Saturday event? I'll put the link, guys, above, right? If you like, I highly recommend you. By talking to people for Peter for 2 hours, it's just incredible, right? So click the link above and just get a ticket for yourself and come on Saturday 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. It will be a mind-blowing event, right? So talk to us a little bit about it.
So I will delve in deep in like how the brain functions and the brain works. I really think like by understanding how the brain works simply, right? That will be for you, like, or for the people, like more power. Right? The more power you get, the more they can strive forward. Then I'll explain how the body system works with the brain, and then I'll explain how the imagination can influence that whole lot, right? And I'll give this event is just gold nuggets packed in one thing, because with these events, I just want to give power, right, and give away or give to the audience, right, just amazing content, right, so we all can bounce off each other. And the more you bounce off each other, the more people get stronger, and the more people get stronger, right, the more momentum we can get into the future.
So here's the thing, like, to me, right, like, when somebody put the event together, right, like especially like you, right, you're putting the event together. The reason entrepreneurs put the event together, they actually been through that process themselves, right? It's not that they just collect the data or collect the information from the books or whatever it is. That's not the case. Well, that's what we were talking about before, that how you actually been through that process, not understanding English. That's fucked up, right?
Man, for 15 years, man, I didn't understand English. I'm like, this is fucked. but I understood eventually body language, and it's like, cool, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Right?
So here's I'm like, right, for 21 and a half years and never spoke English, right? So we kind of fall in a similar category, right? So it's kind of funny, right? Like, how people actually behave on those concepts. Like, you're born and raised in Australia, can't speak English. That's crazy, right? Right? So what I'm trying to say is that how he actually develop that process, what he's going to explain on Saturday, that's not come from somebody else. That's come from Peter himself, right?
Yeah.
So how can you tell people that if you're born and raised in Australia, cannot comprehend English or cannot comprehend? I mean, he do it now, right? but back then,
I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright, mate.
So it's only, I think, 8 years ago that's you
So it's only about 5 years ago, right? I could comprehend, I could talk to someone with background noise.
Yeah.
Right. So that's only about 5 years ago. Right? I overcame that barrier. I'm like, wicked. Right. Now I want to be a speaker. Right. And my parents are like, what? You just doing this, right? And it's just about aiming like past the solar system. Right? And aiming so high, if you get anywhere near the moon, right? Like, it's like cool, right? And like people go like, aim small. I'm like, no, aim fucking huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And don't be afraid of failure, right? Because you can learn from it, right? And if you just give it a go, and if you learn from it, you can succeed.
Yeah. So can you talk through the quick example about a coffee and a water?
Oh yeah. Alright, so I had aphasia, right, which literally means you can't produce the word, right, you're after, right? So if someone said like, do you want a coffee, right, you said yes, I want some water, right? So
and you did that, right?
And the other person was like, huh? Right, I'm asking you for a coffee, right? And there'll be a miscommunication there. So I would accept that I said water, right? And this is about hearing yourself, right? Accept that I said water. Don't beat yourself up, right? Because beating yourself up is just useless, right, in the whole situation. And then going, cool, right? What do I want? I don't want a water. Change it slightly, right? That it's cool, right? At least my brain came up with something, right? And then explain it like, right? No, milk. I want milk. No, I don't want that milk. I don't want milk, right? Soft drink. I don't want a fucking soft drink. Right. So my brain is trying to over repetition. Right? My brain is trying to work out what that word is, right? And once it has that word, right, I since I put so much effort into it, I get an instant shot of gratitude, and that's like, and that gratitude is like, cool, right? I can remember that, and then I move on until I want to say coffee again. I say water. I was like, bugger.
Here's the thing, right? I'm looking at the picture, right? I'm just looking at you and looking at myself. I'm just thinking how dark I am. Like, you see, bloody so white, right? it's kind of funny, right?
Cheers, man. I'm a fucking ghost.
So here's the thing, like, what would describe Peter before that? He wanted to say I wanted coffee, but he was constantly saying he wanted to have a water. That's just insane in general conversation. But he overcome that barrier. He overcome that issue. He overcome that problem. Okay, how can I say coffee as in a coffee if the person asks me? That's, for me, that's just crazy. Like, it's very hard to deal with it. But once you deal with it, so now you come up with, hey, I can teach it to anybody else, not necessarily coffee and water, whatever their mental blocks are. That's, for me, it's very powerful, having your own experience and teaching other people, leading the pathway which you actually walked on. That's just incredible.
It's like stress and frustration. Right? I'm the master at getting over stress and frustration. Right? And have you ever had that feeling where you couldn't get to the word?
Yeah.
Right. And the word is on the tip of your tongue. It's like we have a common expression for it. Hey, Laura. Like the words on the tip of your tongue, right?
Yeah.
Right. So just imagine that same feeling, only amplified. So you're not only feeling it every now and then. You're feeling it thousands of times a day. Right?
Yeah.
So
Peter, think about it. Think about a migrant, man. Like you know,
a migrant. Yeah.
But it's a similar thing, right?
Yeah.
If migrant normally have a shortage, I'm doing right. Shortage of words, right?
Yeah.
Because they're normally not actually talking. Like right now, I'm not translating, right?
Yeah.
Migrant normally translate. Like from whatever the language they have, and that's where they fell short in words.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of similar thing,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
So like you know what you want to say, but it's not coming up because the language.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, like how these things are interconnected, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's just about understanding that frustration and understanding, right? Like stress, frustration, anger, like whatever, right? Will slow you down.
Yeah.
Right? Or will be power to push through it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just about flipping that stress and frustration around so it is power, right? And it will force you through.
Yeah.
Right? Or not force, right? Influence you through.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So like we talked about power a lot. Like you are a big fan of that. Whatever the power, because you talk about.
I have the power.
So
give me fucking power.
Yeah.
Give me.
To talk about a little bit about different kinds of power, because that might be a misunderstood concept about power, because you explained it last time that it could be the speakers wanted to talk straight.
Yeah.
Talk through a little bit about the power.
Cool, right? So power to me, right, is being consciously aware of what you do.
Yeah.
Right. So body language, right? If I held my body like this, what does it mean to the subconscious? Right? If I held my body like this,
Yeah.
right? Tone of voice, pitch,
Yeah.
spacing between words,
Yeah.
right? Every single thing's power,
Yeah.
right? If you know how to use it in the right way,
Yeah.
right? Body movements, right? Like looking, observing, right? Hearing,
Yeah.
right? Hearing actively, essentially getting the essence of that conversation,
Yes.
right? That's powerful. Everything's powerful. You can use it in different ways,
Yeah.
right? But the thing is navigating that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's the thing.
Well, that's kind of fascinating. Like when you talk about navigating and the process, right? Like for me, like you're talking to the inner voice, and creating the bridge between what's your problem is outside, and
What's the problem is like
inside,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
bridging that,
navigating through, or making the process from externally to internally. That's just amazing, right?
Oh, I call it fun, right?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
hide and seek. Like it's like where the fuck is the bridge?
Yeah,
Right. Where is it? Where is it? Come on.
Yeah.
Right? I know it's here. It has to be there.
Yeah,
Right. And it's just a matter of hide and seek, right?
Yeah.
And once you found it, it's like yes, I found it. Right. I seeked you out, you motherfucker.
There you go. So guys, as I said, the events Peter is doing on a Saturday. Click the link above and just get your ticket and come to the event. I highly recommend it.
No way.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Peter more frequent on my Facebook Live, so we can add value to your life, that how he can help different dimensions of your life and make you consistent what you're trying to do, right? Any last message you want to convey to the people out there? Okay.
Just keep moving, guys.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what happens. If you're not dead, keep moving.
That's excellent, right? So thank you, Peter. I really appreciate it, guys. Do not forget to click the button above and get to Peter's event. I'll be there, right? I'll be the first one to get it, right? So thank you, Peter. Thanks for coming on Bushhead Show, man.
All good.
Cheers, guys. Have a great day.
See you guys.
Later.